Do you remember when you had an amazing opportunity and you got so excited, so you told someone about it, and then that opportunity went flying out the window? If you have clicked on this video for a purpose. And if you do not resonate with what I just said, you also click this video for a purpose, okay? So hello, my name is Haitonixa. I make videos about manifestation, wellness, and overall how to live a better life. Me personally, I am very satisfied in the way that I live my life. So I like to give advice that I do that has, brought me here today so that you guys can do the same and live the life that you guys want to. So, today, I want to talk about something that is crucial to fully help you make the most out of your manifestations and make the most out of everything that you have. It's kind of like a cheat code to fully making the most out of your opportunity and to almost sort of guarantee that that thing will happen. Okay? When I say a cheat code, it doesn't seem like it, but trust me, this is a cheat code because when I started doing this and when other people started doing this, they saw a huge difference in the outcome. Things that were not happening before, all of a sudden, they were happening, they were manifesting, they had the end result. Okay? And this rule is very simple. It is to keep your mouth shut about private things that have not manifested yet. Okay? What do I mean by that? You're planning on buying a house. You've just started talking with somebody. You're planning to buy a car. There's an amazing job opportunity that just came up. Keep your mouth shut because it is only step one that has been done. Pardon me. It's only step one that has been done, which is we recognize that opportunity. But step two is making that opportunity happen. Okay? When your opportunity or when your desire has not yet happened, there is no reason that you should be telling people that you have been given this opportunity. It's actually one of the biggest thing that holds people back in life. Um, it's one of the things that I think has been super, super crucial. And it's also been a very eye-opening experience because it goes to show that people who you think are supportive of you, they're actually not. Unfortunately, whether that be your best friend or people who you thought that were really close that you could trust, it goes to show that not everyone is actually rooting for you. But is that necessarily a bad thing? I don't really think so. I feel like humans are naturally sort of drawn to themselves and they think about themselves most of the time. I don't want to use selfish because that feels quite strong, but I definitely think that we are more self oriented as people. For example, when you think about the lotto, you don't really think like, oh, I hope my best friend wins it. I hope my neighbor wins the lotto. No, we think, oh, I hope I win the lotto. I hope I win that $25 million jackpot. We don't really think about other people, you know? So when we hear about these good things that are happening to other people, 9 out of 10 times we will be receiving it in a negative aspect. And that's okay. I think that's humans. I think as humans, one of our biggest weaknesses is that it is so much easier to be negative and to think negative rather than to be positive. And this is one of the things that I will be diving more deeply into my channel, which is how to steer away from that negative belief system and how to radiate in positivity so that your life and the people that you meet and the opportunities that come your way radiate at a positive frequency. So, yeah, a little kind of story time on my perspective is that when I was a teenager, when I was like a young teenager, I had a group of friends. So it was four of us together, and it was us four girls because we went to a Catholic high school. And these girls were like my life. They were honestly my life. They were my sisters. We would hang out with each other every single day. And if we were not hanging out with each other, we would be like messaging each other or calling each other. It was just like those very stereotypical teenage friend groups kind of situation that we had going on. But as we got a little bit older, we started to kind of not have our own ways, but you start to figure out the things that you like your kind of niches, if I were to use that word. Um, one of the things for me is that I really liked rapping, and I was really good at it. I had this whole phase, guys. It was really entertaining. I feel kind of happy when I think about it because I feel like, I was a little rebellious, but yeah, so I used to do a lot of rapping. I made my own raps. I would search up like free instrumentals on YouTube and I would just rap to it and I would post it on social media. Yep, I had the confidence to do that. Would I have the confidence to do that now? Probably not. So, I was posting my rap videos and I got so much attention. I got so much likes. I literally had producers DMing me and they were like, oh hey, like we would love to do a collab with you, blah blah blah. And I told my parents about it and they were like, oh, but you're still a student, you still have to prioritize your academic life. So that's what I did. But one day I went to school, and my friend group, they kind of came up to me and they take public transport. I didn't really have to take public transport to go home, but they did. And they were like, oh hey, like yesterday after school, like there was this one girl in our class. I knew her, by the way. I knew that girl that they were talking about. They were like, oh, she was talking like really, like she was talking shit about your rap and that. And I was someone who was and is so secure within myself. I'm very positive. I feel that it's not easy for me to get hurt. I'm very optimistic, and negative people in my life, they don't really impact me. What other people think or feel don't really impact me. Let alone this girl that talked shit about me, because she was actually like a girl who just like joined in the middle of the year. Like I didn't even know who she was. She's not out here paying my bills. She's not out here doing anything for me. So, I didn't care about what she had to say about me. And that's the response I gave to my friends. I said like, "Oh, okay. Well, that's her thing. I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do." And the look on my friend's face was questionable for me. I was like, why are they looking at me that way? It was almost like they expected me to be angry. They expected me to be hurt. They expected me to kind of retaliate back that negative energy. But I didn't, because like I said, I really couldn't care. I couldn't care at all. So why would I try to put myself in that position? It was definitely at that moment that I realized my friends maybe do not want what's best for me, because ever since that day, it's just been like anything that I got. I don't know what it is. It sounds a little arrogant. I promise you it's not. It's just the way that I lived my life. But I've always found that I've got everything I wanted. And if you guys want to kind of understand how to get everything you guys want, please watch I think it might be one of my first videos, my first video I ever posted on here, which was something about like the reason why you can't manifest. I think that's what it's called. Check that video to find out like how I kind of how I was able to get everything I wanted, and how to kind of clear that blockage if you're struggling to get what you want in your manifestation. Watch that video, please. So, yeah, they didn't like that I got everything I wanted. I had and I have an amazing life. I have an incredible connection with the people around me, and unfortunately, they didn't really have that. I prayed for them. I prayed, that their relationship with their parents would get better. Stuff like that that were very personal. But as time went on, as my kind of life started to get better and more opportunities came my way, and that they just started to kind of have more of like an abandonment towards me. And amazing opportunities came by. I had an internship, but then all of a sudden it was every Wednesday I had to be away from my friends. I was in the city, and then at that point, this is when they started to gossip, make rumors about me. So that's where I kind of learned that not everyone is rooting for you in life. So that's the biggest thing, guys. If you have something amazing happening, please do not tell anyone about it. I understand how hard it is. I am personally I used to be the biggest oversharer ever. Things I was meant to keep private to myself, I didn't. I didn't, and do I regret it? Probably yes. But at the same time I don't, cuz like how did I learn this lesson? I made the mistakes. Um yeah, so if you guys have anything big, anything major that is currently in development in your life right now, keep it private. Keep your mouth shut. Do not tell anyone about it. If you feel that you want to kind of get it out of your head, keep a journal, get a diary, get a piece of paper, and write your letter to the universe. But don't let anyone else interfere in it, okay? Especially not like people who you don't have a good terms with, who you are not on good terms with, you know what I mean? They don't need to know about that, because at the end of the day, that is your private thing going on. You don't want to allow people to put their energy onto it, because we often say like, we have blockages and obstacles, but the truth is that those blockages and obstacles can simply be the energy of other people who don't want what's best for you. There are genuinely people in the world who don't believe that you deserve the good things that you have, that you're receiving. They're not happy about it. And in turn, that comes back to you, and that starts to cause complications. I had a situation where one of my friends, she was talking with a guy, and she did not tell anyone about it, and they actually ended up like dating and becoming like a serious relationship. But as soon as everyone found out that she was in a relationship with this guy, they would start like asking questions, and she would respond, and then all of a sudden she was having complications in her relationship. So that's what it is. You guys have to really learn to keep your inner peace. Any amazing news, anything like that, keep it within you. The moment that it seems like everything has been solidified, the moment you finally buy your car and you own it and you can like touch it, and that the moment you get the keys to your house, everything is like legally confirmed, then you may spread the news. Then you may tell people, like, I got this, I got that. But other than that, keeping your stuff private, keeping it restricted to only your energy, is one of the most important things that you can do in your life. The most important things that you can ever do. Doing this one thing will shock you at how much you can manifest in your life. So, yeah, that is the little quote unquote cheat code. I consider it a cheat code because it's technically, if you didn't do it, it makes things harder. If you do it, then things tend to be a lot easier. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a like. And if you would like to see more content of mine, please subscribe to my channel. I often do like podcast style kind of videos. Um, I don't really have a proper mic yet, so hopefully I can get one, but for the time being, I am just recording on my phone. And if you hear like tingling in the background, I have like a thinking lanyard that I just fidget with a little bit. Um, but yeah, if you guys want to, please comment below your stories of, your experiences where you wanted something and it was going to happen, and then you told somebody about it, and then it just didn't happen. I would love to hear you guys comments and your stories, just because I think that we all resonate with it, and I believe that we all have our own stories, and it's just to kind of show that we are actually not alone in this. So yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope that you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. I love you so much. Bye.